Hey guys, it's Shakar MIA here, and this is a Ryze Runes and Mastery guide for Season 5. To kick off things, I'll be going over the quints. For quints, I run flat AP. For my reds, I run flat armor. For seals, I use a mixture. I use the seals of scaling health, and then flat mana regen per 5. And then for my blues, I use flat MR. The reason why I take flat AP for my quints is because as Ryze, you'll need some form of AP early on, and in my opinion, I'd rather take them in my quints rather than my glyphs because I feel like it's more beneficial to take flat MR in my quints or in my glyphs rather than in the quints. So it's just more of an efficiency matter, just taking AP in my quints and then flat MR in my glyphs so I can stay in lane longer and potentially force the top laner out of lane sooner. And going over the marks, I choose armor rather than magic pen because as Ryze you'll be wanting to focus on more of the defensive aspect in your stats, and magic pen isn't really necessary for you to use on Ryze. So in my opinion, I feel like going the marks of armor are much more suited for the top lane. And then now looking at the seals, I run 5 seals of mana regen, which allows for a even 2.0 mana regen per 5, which is really good because as Ryze you'll be buying that tier using a lot of abilities, and so you want to rank up that tier faster, and so I feel like these are really good to put in your seals. And then also I have seals of scaling health, which allows you to have some late game stats going in, so that's an extra 100 health by level 18. So in total for Ryze you have 12 MR, 15 AP, 8.2 armor, 96 health at level 18, and 2 mana regen per 5. Now moving over to the Masteries for Ryze, I run a weird 15-5-10 page. For offense, I put 4 points in CDR, I put a point in Butcher, which allows you to help CS, and then these are the only real points of AP that I put in, the standard 7 points, scaling AP, flat AP, and percentage AP. And then also, I believe, like as Ryze, you can harass easily, like you can harass the top laner out of lane, and so I think execution really helps do the job. And then for defense, I put 5 points in it. I put points in unyielding and block, so if you are facing harass, you have some points of reducing damage, and then putting points in regen per 5. Also, because Ryze will be fine on mana, this is just patching up the aspects of his health. And then utility, I put 10 points in this. I put points in mana regen because as Ryze you'll be very, your build's going to be focused around mana. And then points in movement speed to evade top lane ganks. And then points in reducing the cooldown of summoner spells because this is just a really necessary thing for top laners to take. So you can TP more frequently, you can beat out that other top laner, or you can flash in and out of fights. And then also increasing the duration of the buffs and shrines and relics and quests. I believe that this is really good because as Ryze you might be getting blue buffs if your mid laner isn't really reliant on blue, and then also you could actually get the double buffs from the enemy jungler in the top lane as Ryze, so this just helps you create a more of a snowball effect in the top lane. So in recap, you run 15-5-10 on Ryze. Looking back at the runes, 15 AP, 12 MR, 8 armor, 96 health at level 18, and 2 mana regen per 5. This was your Ryze Runes and Masteries guide for Season 5, and I'll see you guys later.